Hello, all. Welcome to Monday Nights with Mohit on the episode number 33. It's 3 and 3. Such a long way. If you take one month, 4 weeks, that means we have crossed somewhere around mm, 4 plus 4 is 20, and then 28 is 6 to 8 weeks. Whoa, not 8 weeks in the sense like sorry 33 weeks, so it's a very wrong calculation anyways. So how are you guys doing? So how was the whole July month for you, and the last week of the seventh month of this 2022? We have exciting news going on. Commonwealth Games, and India played Pakistan, and that was completely on the one-sided way of matches. And there are a lot of articles which was shown as India thrashed Pakistan. You actually don't get to see all these things, even during the even during cricket matches or any other places. But in badminton, you got to see India thrashed Pakistan, and there are some sad news about the support from the government of Pakistan. So that was something which was really bad. They Let's go to that story in a while when we go deeper and deeper into the Monday night show. And let me see some comments from you. How are you doing? Hello all. So let me guys know how was your Mondays. So today we also have, we'll go through the all Commonwealth Games medalists from India. We will learn about them, what is their background, and some of them have won gold medals, and some of them have won a lot of medals, other medals. So we will definitely go through it, and we'll understand, how a success formula is developed. Oh, we have a first guest. First comment on our show, Vandana Kamath. Hello, Vandana. How are you doing? I hope everything is good at your end. We have Tilak. Hello, Tilak. How are you doing? I hope your Monday went well. I know you all. There is, a state championship going on, which is in Karnataka. Um, Karnataka State Championships for under 19 and senior events, which is men's singles and women's singles and all the other events. And this is the championship. And usually the championship comes once in a year. It's kind of a final exam for players. This is the time where you have double points as you keep winning the matches, and this is one of the most important tournament. All good, Tilak. Very good. Good to know that it's everything is good. Okay, I think a lot of people have been stuck in the rain. That's the reason I think some of them have not come. Remove the starting. Okay, so getting a couple of calls. Never mind. So how was what was your other things which you did on the last week? That was an interesting week for me. I was just home and we had lots and lots of fun. And on this Sunday, I had gone for a drive, and it was very nice. Bangalore weather is so awesome. All the time it is quite foggy and rainy and misty. It is fantastic in Bangalore. Bangalore is always fantastic in India. I think we have new guest on our show, Avicii Totrayam Totrayatrimsa. Hello, sir. Very beautiful name, Avicii. I will call you Avicii. There's a famous DJ. There was a famous DJ, right? So Avicii, and I loved his music. And yeah, we have Meghna Sriram. Hello, Meghna. How are you doing? I hope everything is good at your side. Avici, where are you from? How did you get to know about our show here? Very good to see you here. Okay, so I think we have enough people in the room. So let's quickly dive into our main topic today: India versus Pakistan. Did you guys know that Pakistan had a team, a badminton team by themselves? Did you guys know that? Let me know in the comment. Okay, Avicii, sir, you're from West Bengal. Is it West Bengal or somewhere from US? Is it Washington, US? I know you're from West Bengal. Okay, so did you guys know that Pakistan had a team before, and what was their story about? I remember once, one of my very good senior. He's a badminton coach now. He's a very senior badminton coach, and he played the Pakistan Open. And I got to know that he had played the finals, and eventually he lost in the finals. And that is where I really came to know that even badminton is a popular sport in Pakistan. But as per the statements of these players who have come to the Commonwealth game, who played the first round against India, they say that there is absolutely no support from the government for badminton. They have to look up on their own. And it was on the last moment where they got a sponsor, and they got the opportunity to come and play in Commonwealth Games. That's something very sad. Avicii, West Bengal. Nice, nice to see you. Came Cho. Uh, okay, so let's quickly go with an article. I couldn't get the video because there was some restrictions from YouTube on that, and I don't want to mess up with YouTube because we have learned a very expensive lesson. My channel was got a community strike, and it was not functioning. We couldn't function for almost 3 weeks, so that we will not go there. But definitely, I'll take you through this article from Hindu, where they've clearly shown that how there are different concerns and issues in other countries, and comparing our country to other countries. We can clearly see that there is so much of demand and so much of support in our country. That's the thing I want to show up about this article. Okay. So, how many of you here have been to Pakistan until I, search the, article? You let me know. How many of you have gone or have been to Pakistan? I have never been to Pakistan. The closest I have been is Delhi, of course, Delhi and Kashmir. I think that was almost 150 kilometers from there. Okay, here we go. I got it. Share the screen. Okay. Let me know if there is any disturbance um, from hearing this. Also, let me close this so that it's not so disturbed for you. Okay, this is something interesting I want you to watch here. Okay, dropped by government. Pakistan badminton contingent finds last minute sponsor to reach Birmingham. You see, last minute sponsorship. That means they still don't know whether they're playing or no. And how will you prepare for this? That's something very disheartening. Pakistan Sports Board dropped badminton from its Commonwealth Games contingent earlier this month due to lack of funds. we all know that we have seen that in the news channels that Pakistan is running through a lot of economic crisis, and you must have seen Sri Lanka recently going through those crises. They didn't have their president and prime minister to function, and how the community came, the common people of Sri Lanka came to the roads, and it was a mess. It was a chaos. A four member a four-member Pakistan badminton team, the standard squad size being eight, it was only half, has made it to Birmingham against all odds. Look at the spirit. That's the sportsmanship spirit. The players, including Olympian Mahur Shahzad, were not even supposed to be here in Birmingham. The Pakistan Sports Board Commonwealth Games contingent earlier this month due to lack of funds crushing their hopes. Before they found a last-minute sponsor in the country's Olympic body. With government support, also non existent and private players only backing cricket, Shahzad says it's tough to be a sportsman in her country, even though there has been an increase in awareness around the racket sport over the last couple of years. Because sport is so big, this sport is so big in India, because badminton is so popular in India, the racket sport, like in our neighboring nations, of course, you can leave Malaysia and Indonesia and maybe Singapore aside, because that has been a very very traditional sport, just like how we have cricket, they have badminton, correct? So apart from that, if you see Sri Lanka and Pakistan and other nations in Asia, is not that popular. But I think recently, from the success of Gopi Chand sir and then Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu in the top, Shrikant and all of them I could say collectively, and that has given a major boost to the sport. The 26-year-old Shahzad from Karachi, who became the first Pakistan badminton player to feature in Olympics. She's the first Pakistan badminton player. Primarily a singles specialist, but she had to play doubles too in one-sided affair against a formidable India. India was a monster in the mixed event. The same was in case with her women's double partner Ghazala Siddiq, who also paired. The other teams have 8 players. They all played with four. So I'll directly go to some of the concerns. In a country like Pakistan, it's a very tough to train. You have to fend for yourself. There are no good coaches. I don't think so. They have coaches there, which is very, very small. You have to do fitness gym on your own. There is no proper training center back home. See, there is lack of facilities. But in spite of that, they have come. No players come to Pakistan, and we don't play international events that much. So the level is stuck. This is important, that that's why I like about BAI, that consistently there is you know consistently there is one matches and tournaments, and now even if you see Super 750 has been awarded for India. So that, if you consider that, right, so there has been a lot of I'm sorry for this. Okay, there has been a lot of exposure for the current local people who cannot go outside, but they can see and watch and learn from the international players, right? So that's something we have to be very very fortunate. I myself feel that my game is stuck and I need to train abroad. Siddiqui, on the other hand, started playing only 5 years ago. She's 28-year-old, which means she was 23 when she started. Cricket is the only sport that gets support. I have to do two jobs. Very tough, very very tough. um, on Friday, the more experienced Shahzad got to face Indian superstar PV Sindhu. And having played against Saina Nehwal in the past and players like Chinese Tai Zuing, she also gave a statement about Sindhu. Sindhu came to me to shake hands after the game, which was very good gesture. Compared to Saina, Sindhu comes across a lot more deceptive. Saina was much more aggressive when I played against her. This is something I'm very proud of. Please stay with me. uh, this is the comment I really liked. During the World University Games in 2017, I became friends with an Indian. We spent a lot of time together, and she even took care of me when I got unwell. I will never forget that. Sanatana Dharma culture. We are Sanatanis. Okay, so this was it. Very tough situation, right? What do you feel about this? Oh, we have a lot of questions here. Okay, Mohit Kamath is a very good speaker and motivator. Oh, that's me. Um, do ask him questions which will help your wards to do good in badminton. Thank you, Arun. And Arun has been a fantastic friend of mine. Hi, Arun, if you're there, if you're listening, fantastic to know you. And he was, by the way, one of the best models in badminton. I really like those people who have tried their heart out in different fields also, right? So he was a very excellent player, and now he's a coach in one of the parts of Karnataka. And post his badminton, he went and he joined modeling, and he was very fine model, and he did really well. But he came back to the sport. Sport calls you back. So Arun, good going, Mohit. I watch your videos in your channel. I didn't find all of them. Fortunately, I got you live today. That's there on YouTube. We started, I think, Monday nights in Instagram. The first 7 episodes was on Instagram. You can go back and check that on my profile. And then ultimately, I learned how to uh, do it on YouTube, which has more wider audience. So that's how. Happy to see you, Arun. So let's go with. Didn't she get a wild card? Um, this was about Avicii. Is it about Pakistan player wild card entry? Okay, Avicii, sir, will Indian Open become Super 750? Yes, that's the news. That's the great news we have got. That means you can watch all the top 32 players in a span of in the span of 9 days, excelling and striving to become the Indian Open champion. Okay, so she got the wild card entry, but still, what did you understand from this issue from Pakistan government? Because government is important, right? It's very, very important when the sports ministry of that particular country has to look forward that how they can develop sport in their country. And if you see in India, we have the strongest support from the sports ministry and then sports authority of India. And then as well as, the associations, the local associations, the state associations, as well as the national association. So there are a couple of bodies, two, three bodies who you can get the support and get all kind of things for a player. So what do you guys think about that? A couple of Sri Lankan players also have done well, and we have Maldives players who have done well. I'll try and get them. I think we should get them. I'll reach out to Maldives players and Pakistan players as well as Sri Lankan players once, so that we all could have this wonderful chat and we could learn that how different it is from India and what they can improve in their own. Associations and how they can benefit from us, because because that female had given, that player had given us a good feedback, right? So she met an Indian, and she took care of her nicely, and when she was not unwell, that's our dharma, that's our culture. Quickly, we will also go with one of the video of you know what we call it as Hima Das. She's one of the legend. I really want you to see that video from the beginning. It's a 400 meters race. The moment she knows that she has to get onto the line, I want you to watch her body language, the way she prepares herself. Like, yes, let's go, come on, let's prove it, let's do it. And the moment the race is started, and she was almost like fifth in the race. And then the last 80 meters, the way she throws herself towards the finishing line is something to watch. And that is what I witnessed, something called the winning edge. Let's quickly go and watch, and I want your comments on that. What did you learn from that? Because this show is all about learning. Okay. Oh, did you see that? That grudge of winning and that hunger you could see in the last 80 meters, those strides. She pulled herself from that winning. that winning moment, right? So that is something, sports teaches you to throw yourself completely 100%. No backlogs or no back thoughts, just heading towards the victory line. I had goosebumps on that because I remember during my days, I have felt that in some of the matches. I remember so that seriously, yes, absolutely, Tilak. I got goosebumps also, right? Because the preparation, and it's not a Commonwealth Games, it's a IAF World Athletic Games in 2000. I think Tempere 2012 or 10. The way she ran, I'll check the dates because I could be wrong. So the way she ran in the beginning and she maintained in the medium, and then the last 80%, the last 80 meters was amazing. That's very, very tough. That last 80 meters, what she ran, those who have not done the 400 meters, let me tell you this: your heart and your lungs will be very closer to your throat. It can, any moment it can pop out of your mouth or from your nose. That much of inner push they would have done. And look at the preparation, the way she is. And if you would have seen the one thing which I have told you in the beginning, right? The moment she sees that on your mark, and she's like, bang on, yeah, right. So that's something really good. That is something I think if you're a player, you need to get that. Arun, please tell them about Niluka from Sri Lanka who used to visit PPBA when you were playing. Yes, when we were playing, not only me, I remember you also playing at that competitive level. Yes, there we had some of the players. I don't remember. It was quite a back. I think 2006 to 2009. There was a player called Niluka. He broke into top 50, if I'm not wrong, and he was a fantastic player and very, very hardworking player. And these kind of countries don't get um, you know all the support from their governments or from their sports ministry. But this is an athlete centric system where athlete has this passion of becoming the best amongst the players they have, and they set it out. They set out a rule and they set out a journey for themselves. And this is the story. I think this is a good suggestion, Arun. I think I will try and contact players from Sri Lanka and Pakistan and Maldives. I will try and get them on board once so that we can have a good chat with them and understand them. Yeah. You can keep commenting. You can keep asking me questions so that we can learn new things here. Yuvraj Singh Parmar, please say what difference between Super 300, 500, 750, and 1000. We can go with that. We can go and do a Google search for that. These are the levels of tournaments, like how you have in hotels you have one star hotel and no star hotel, two-star hotel. Okay, it's not audible. Am I not audible? Give me a thumbs up if I'm audible. Okay. Hi Prajwal, how are you doing? So we have Nilesha Pawar. Hi Nilesha, how are you doing? So it's a difference. I'm seeing that divided into different levels. We go. Okay, open, and we'll just try about this. Okay. Vishu Prasad Padi. Hello, you must be from Orissa and Bhubaneswar, right? Padi is from that region. I recollect that. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, the 26 tournaments. I hope. Um, okay, I've added now. Okay, I hope you see this. Well, the 26 tournaments are divided into 5 levels. Now, if you can see, there is a Super Series separate formula. It's not formula. How do you articulate that? The HSBC BWF World Tour is a circuit of 26 tournaments attracting the top world ranked players in singles and doubles in all the 5 events. That's a fantastic question. Even this helped me to refresh my memory. The 26 tournaments are divided into 5 levels, Panch level. Super 1000, 3 tournaments, Super 750, sorry, Super 750, which is 5 tournaments. Then we have Super 500, 7 tournaments, and Super 300, 11 tournaments. Each of these tournaments offer different ranking points and prize money. I think the prize money would be Super 300, maybe $1 million or maybe $10 lakh, 10 lakh Indian dollars. Maybe Super 500 would be 15 million. I mean $1.5 million. So the ceiling keeps increasing. The stack it goes up, and even the point system goes higher and higher. The highest points and pool prize is offered at the Super 1000 level. One another category of tournament, the BWF Tour Super 100 level also offers BWF World Tour ranking points. Although this level is not part of the HSBC BWF World Tour, it is an important part of the pathway and entry point of players into the BWF World Tour tournaments. It's a good explanation. The HSBC World Tour Finals. This is something like ATP Finals. You have this in tennis. We have this. The Australian Open in January. Then we have French Open in April, Wimbledon in June, and then US Open in September or October. And then we have lastly in the first week of December, there is something called ATP Finals, where only the top 8 ranked players in the world will uh, vie for the finals. Held in December is the ultimate goal for players of the World Tour, and only the top 8 players in each of the 5 disciplines of the HSBC BWF World Tour rankings qualify to compete in the season finale. It's like Big Boss season finale. Okay, so Vishnu Prasad Padi, yes, Gunupur from Orissa. Okay, so that's about it, and I think yeah, we'll come to our last part where we will go and discuss about the the medalist from Commonwealth Games. I'm so excited for these kind of games, Commonwealth Games and Olympic Games and Asian Games. The one sport which I really love is the weightlifting. I really love their attitude. They bring that fire up and coach, oh come on, and they'll come to the stage, and that the sport is just around 6 seconds or 7 seconds. You just have to lift it up and then up for almost 3 4 seconds and then drop it out. It's very tough. It's very tough mentally and physically. There are multiple events like that. It's only one is clean and one is clean and jerk, one is direct lift. You can go and watch it, and that's very very exciting for me, and that's my family time, and we all enjoy it so much that there are times where they really lift and they struggle, right? That is so good to see that they'll come back and they'll do it. I think we have Jeremy from Manipur, India. He has done fantastic. He has done 2 gold medals, so that I want you all to see this. Full list of Indian medal winners in Birmingham. I hope you can see this. Mirabai Chanu, gold weightlifting, women's 49 kg class. Star weightlifter Mirabai Chanu went on record smashing spree, claiming four of them in power packed performance. This is what I was talking about. Power packed performance. This is so nice to see. I really want to show this moment in YouTube, but I cannot do it. YouTube will ban me. Okay, we have Jeremy Lal Rinunga. Okay, here you go. Very young guy. Um, when he acclaimed the second gold medal, which pushed India to top 6 in the medal tally. Okay, we have Achinta Shuli. I want to go. I want to show you Achinta Shuli. After this, we have There's something wrong with my laptop. Okay. Then we have Guru Raja Pujari bronze. Okay. You can keep commenting and ask me questions. Okay. This is the last and final part. Okay. There is some glitch. Okay. Should never happen. I'm so sorry for that. Okay. So what I was telling was there's some glitch happening, right? Am I audible? And can you see me without any disturbance? Please let me know on that if any disturbance is there. Let me try to fix that again. So I was talking about Achinta, right? So he comes from a very middle class and lower middle class family, and his brother started the weightlifting, and after that he couldn't, continue the sport, and he had to take care of his family for the rosy roti, the daily wages, and he started working and started supporting his brother. Where today you could see that he's the medalist in Commonwealth Games. These are the stories, right, which really inspires us, out of that comfort zone. And even there are times where they will not have enough resources for their daily and normal life. A small luxuries they will sacrifice, and they will go on to support one of the family member who will go and achieve great heights from their country sports, right? This is something really nice. And we will also go and speculate about the results. Okay, today we have India and Singapore playing the semi-finals of the mixed team event. Let's go and see that, speculate about it, and see who can beat whom. Let's go to schedules. I hope you can see this. Okay, are you guys there? Nobody's commenting. Sometimes I feel, if you're not commenting, I think you guys are sleeping. If that is the case, then I will do my show post 11 p.m. so that I can make you guys sleep. Just kidding. Okay, so yeah, so we have this is a nice website. This is the nice done. Let's go for badminton. Okay, we've detailed results. The Birmingham London, or London. They have a strange accent of doing it, right? We'll go for men's doubles gold match. Okay. Okay. We will take it as Monday today, and mixed team event. Okay. So Malaysia played England, so they won 3. Let's go for the whole thing. Okay, who beat whom? I think the first doubles was won by the mixed doubles was won by Malaysia. Then men's singles, Sejong NG beat Toby Penty. Then men's doubles, I think 2-0. Then they did not play the other events. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, now we have Monday. Okay, now we have Singapore versus India. Let's see who plays whom. Okay, we have first doubles with Yong Kai Terihi and Andy Junliang with our Shetty and Ranki Reddy. Then we have Venkata Sindhu Pusarla against German Yo. Women's singles is the second one. And third one, of course, this will be an interesting match. Loki New and Lakshya Sen. Then we have Gayatri Gopichand and Teresa Jolly. And then we have Yuji Ajin and Jia Ying. And then last we have Satvik and Ashwini Ponappa against Jessica and Young. Who do you think? How are you gonna win this match? What will be the score? Will it be a direct 3-0, or what do you think can happen? I predict that the first doubles we have an upper hand, so we could see a 1-0 here, and then Pusarla Sindhu Venkata will definitely win if nothing goes wrong. Then I think, not to be talking bad about this, but I feel Lokin Eve is much more like in a form than Lakshya Sen in this tournament. This is how I am seeing it. Then we could see this women's doubles. We have the chance of Gayatri Gopichand and Teresa Jolly. I really wish them best of luck. What do you guys think on this? Okay. Yes, we are here. 4-1, Yuvraj. What do you mean by one? Who do you think would lose one tie on this? Hey, Tejashwini, I've never seen you here. First time, I think. Hello and welcome. Okay, so Yuvraj Singh Parmar, India win 4-1. Let me know what is that one? What one do you think? I suspect that Lakshya Sen might not win. I know he is into a tremendous form for the last 4 months or more, but in this tournament, with my anticipation, and I see that Loki is trying to play a little more aggressive, and he has more chance with Lakshya Sen. Hey Tejaswini, hi, hello, how are you? Quite a thing, right? Okay, I think you will. I think you're saying. Um, oh, this is something a new one. Okay, sorry, I was completely. It messed up. I wanted you to show this, but it went to a different one, different screen. I think I'll share my screen. It's better. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so mixed team event. If you see, as I told you, we have Satvik Sairaj and Yuvraj. You're saying that Gayatri Gopichand might lose this event, right? So I feel both of them have an upper advantage, Gayatri and Trisa, because team events. I see that they have this drive to do well, and having all the seniors like Lakshya, or I mean Sindhu and uh, Chirag and Kidambi Shrikant, everybody on their sides. I think they might do well. This is something I would see, but I'm very curious to know that. There you go. Okay. In Indian Open, Lakshya Sen beat Loki New. I know that. That's the reason I said the last 4 months. Lakshya has been in good form, but in this tournament, what I see that Loki could play better. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I think we are up to the end of this Monday show, and I have a very long week this week. I mean, this week and the next week is very hectic for me. I'm traveling for tournaments. I hope I don't get a very bad place in this. So, what is more important, All England champion or world champion? That's a very tricky question. Uh, I feel personally, being an All England champion has more, uh, which adds more prestige to the winning title, because that has been there from the past 100 plus years, and we have celebrated All England championship more in our country, All England victory more in our country than the World Championship. But the the competition level is, I think, far or more equal, I would say. But winning All England Championship has the higher. I think this is something called heritage, right? If you win Wimbledon, has more value than winning French Open or Australian Open or you know US Open, because the world 300 years back, UK, they had dominated the world. So this is something we all should know, that Commonwealth means the countries which have been invaded or ruled by British, by United Kingdoms for a very long time. So those people, where they had some games to promote friendliness, to promote equality, and so many other things which they claimed before. And because of that, there was a Commonwealth Games, and that continued, and that brings up value. But when it comes to the originality of sport, most of the sports has been started in UK in the early days, in the 18th centuries or earlier than that. That's the reason I feel All England has much more value. Even Wimbledon has much more value. What do you think, Yuraj? All England or World Championships? What do you think? I think even others can participate in this. What do you guys think? I will add one more thing also: Olympic champion. Which is more important? All England championships, when becoming an All England champion, or a world champion, or an Olympic champion? Let me see a wonderful answer on that. Come on, let's participate on that. I also feel that Olympic championship is one of the biggest. It comes once in four years, and that is the event, the big event in the whole universe. This is how I see it, and you will get more popularity on that. And lot of players, lot of sports people, youngsters, they go and try to dream about becoming Olympic champion. I think that's something which is okay and which is good, but also remember that the process is something which will take you there, not only the dream. Dream is only when you sleep. Obviously, Olympic champion, there is no doubt. There you go. Then you did not write your question properly, but that's okay. That was a good choice, Yuraj. Okay, we'll go with 5 more minutes in today's show. If you have any other questions or topics to discuss, please let me know. And I'm very happy and fortunate that we are in a country which has lots and lots of facilities and abilities, who have the vision for sport is developing on a much higher rate, much faster rate than other countries. We have a wonderful country, not to say that, not to forget that. Olympic, All England, and world champion. Okay, Olympic, All England, and World Championships. Yes, I also go with the same thing. Olympic first, second All England, and third World Championship. Yeah. Olympic, I think, see, there's one difference between Olympic and All England and World Championship, okay? All England is directly on the world ranking. Olympic is more on the country wise. All the countries will have to give an entry. So a player from Kenya, or a player from Sri Lanka, a player from India, everybody gets that chance. You know the rules, right? So the top four in the world will get the direct entry. We'll have a wild card entry. We will have the top 16, only two people from the country, like we had last time. I think very close by. Pranay was, I think, 20, and Shrikant was somewhere around 13. If Pranay was into the 16, then I think we could have seen two players from that particular country. And then post 16, the top 16, every country gets one entry. So that is something little different from All England and World Championships. So World Championships also similar like Olympics. You have different entries from different countries, but All England is purely on the merit. Bunning Channel, I love you, Pusarla. Yes, we all love Pusarla, Sindhu, Venkata. I know. She's a wonderful human being and she is fantastic badminton player. And recently, let me tell you, from 2018, whenever the Korean coach Kim had come, she has substantially improved two things in her game. One is her follow through after the attack. She really takes the net. And secondly, she has learned to mix up the pace. She has learned to change the pace in the rally. She can make it faster, she can make it slow, she can catch the length. All three things, all three four things she can do right in one particular rally that you cannot see before. If she was playing only length and medium pace, then I think there was the whole rally was going in the same way, but now she's able to control that. She has learned the back end service also. Your view of the Sudirman Cup between Thomas Cup, which is important. Okay. I think both is important. It's just that Sudirman Cup is a mixed event. Thomas Cup is singular event. I think both is important. This is the format is really different, right? So you have men and women in the same time, mixed event. And this is something like you have Uber Cup only women and Thomas Cup only men. So it's quite nice to see. Panna Sahu, live Dukhav V. आई डोंट नो द लैंग्वेज. ये हिंदी में भी बात कर सकता हूँ, मेरे को हिंदी आती है. लाइव कैसे दिखाएं? लाइव दिखाने के लिए नहीं होगा क्योंकि उसके लिए वो ब्रॉडकास्टिंग राइट्स लेना पड़ता है और उसको मिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स पे करना पड़ता है पहले ही. खुदा करे कि कल मेरा चैनल बहुत बड़ा हो गया तो मैं राइट्स खरीदने के लिए मेरे पास पैसे आएंगे, तो तब मैं ज़रूर दिखाऊंगा. लाइव करना बहुत मुश्किल है. आई थिंक सोनी स्पोर्ट्स ने इनका राइट्स लिया है और लाइव राइट्स आई थिंक सिर्फ उनके पास ही रहेगा. जो कोई भी करना चाहता है उसको राइट्स खरीदना होता है. तो ऐसे डिजिटल ब्रॉडकास्टिंग मीडिया चलता है. आई एम वेरी सॉरी पन्ना साहू, मैं नहीं दिखा पाऊंगा. पर स्कोर देखने के लिए हम कर सकते हैं. आई थिंक 5:30 स्केड्यूल्ड है बर्मिंगहैम का. वी कैन सी दैट UK 5 PM टू IST. हमारा 9:30 से 10 बजे का करीब टाइम है उसका. तो आप सोनी स्पोर्ट्स में ही जाके देख सकते हैं. ओके, इफ आई बी देयर फॉर इन 5 मिनट्स देन वी कैन क्लोज द शो. आज का शो हम क्लोज कर सकते हो. कहाँ से हो पन्ना साहू जी? नाम बहुत सुंदर है आपका, पन्ना साहू. हेलो मनीषा, हाउ आर यू डूइंग? वी हैव थम्स अप फ्रॉम मनीषा कुरकुरे. बहुत सारे ऐसे मेडलिस्ट है इंडिया से जहाँ हम्बल बैकग्राउंड से बिलोंग करते हैं. मतलब उनके पापा ऑटो ड्राइवर्स है, उनके पापा शिक्षक है, टीचर्स एंड लॉट ऑफ small sector jobs. They, I think their dreams will be much stronger. I think that's one of the reason. I will not take the name. One of the very famous player and now coach used to say during our playing times, one day we were just talking about hunger, how hunger will help you to become a champion and what needs to be. You can also mention, I would like to see that. And one of the key thing was, he mentioned that if you're poor or if you're middle class, you have higher chance to win. I was like shocked. Why would you say that? He said that the dreams as a middle class family, your dreams are much more stronger and much more powerful because there is a necessity to go and perform, go and win, and that bhook rahega ki achievement ka. He was not wrong, but he was not that right also. I felt at that time, but I really feel there is a tinge of truth in that. मेरे को कहीं कहीं लगता है अगर आप देखोगे तो नीरज चोपड़ा, अभी जो अचिंता जो जीते हैं, हमारे फेमस बॉलर जो है उड़ीसा के हैं फास्ट बॉलर, मेरे को नाम याद नहीं आ रहा है, भुवनेश्वर, सॉरी मैं क्रिकेट उतना देखता नहीं हूँ, भुवनेश्वर सिंह, आई डोंट नो, भुवनेश्वर जो है वो भी थे, और कोई यूपी के थे जो पानवाले के पुत्र थे, राइट. सो वी हैव लॉट ऑफ एग्जांपल्स एंड जब ओलंपिक्स के बाद जो स्पोर्ट्स मिनिस्ट्री ने इसका सेशन रखा था, मतलब सेलिब्रेशन का सेशन, 75% ऑफ द पीपल वेर फ्रॉम अ पुअर बैकग्राउंड. तो इसका मतलब ये है, मतलब जो ड्राइव है, जो हंगर है, जो फोर्स है जीतने का, शायद वहीं से आता है. भुवनेश्वर कुमार, सॉरी, आई एम वेरी सॉरी, आई फॉरगेट नेम्स for that. Yeah. Yuvraj, why Saina did not participate in CWG? She was not selected from the Indian selectors committee. She was not selected on that. तो ऐसा है आज का शो. I think Arun Pemaya gave me a good idea. I will try that for the next week to get Pakistan players, Sri Lankan players, and Maldive players to come up and speak up what they really need for the association. उनका कैसा होता है, वहाँ पे माहौल कैसा रहता है, सब कुछ देख सकते हैं, है ना? It will be very interesting, I think. That what is the selection process? Yes, so there are two things. One, consistent performance for the last 6 months, or I think they would have considered 6 months, and then we had a selection, selection tournament kind of thing, and they would have done that. So yes, so here we go. We are at the end moments. So thank you all for coming and making this show wonderful. So every Monday, let's get back here and try and discuss about badminton, sport in general. And I got a wonderful comment from one of the legends. I recently met them. I will not name them. I'll keep that a secret because I want to get that legend here on our show, and try to ask some of the questions. And he said that I watch your Monday live show, and there is something even I learned. Legends saying this is a huge thing for us, right? And this is not something which is only my show, but I would consider that this is your show. You can come and ask freely about any questions, and we can discuss about this here. And there are some times where I give you a good solution or not. There are others who are involved in this show might come up with a good solution or come up with a good answer for that, so that you can take away that answer. Right, so we'll keep this show more interactive and more open and helping each other. So this is last question. We'll take a last question. Tejaswini, sir, your opinion on sports culture in India and how to overcome from the financial situation of youths of rural area. This is, I think, something geopolitical issue. There are larger things to be taken into consideration. Sponsorship is not the only answer, or charity is not the only answer. चैरिटी के नाम पे, स्पॉन्सरशिप के नाम पे बहुत सारे ऐसी चीज़ें होती है पीछे, पर्दे के पीछे, behind the curtains, we will not know. So that is not the only solution, which I think one thing I would really want to say this is blockchain can bring a lot of fair and open structure to the selection, the age fraud, and many other things. I am working on that. I'm working on a robust platform where a lot of things can come together with a very fair fair approach. So, sports culture, coming back to you, Tejaswini, sports culture in India and how to overcome from the financial situation. See, financial situation is something, it's all, it's over there. Your parents and their parents, if they would have not, got some heritage of land or money, then you will not maybe do it. But there are some people who have broken that and found innovative things and worked towards their ladder in their corporate or employee section, and they have come up, so that they have improved. But there are certain NGOs, there are certain companies who come forward with the CSR activities, like, we have Adani Sports Group, we have Reliance Sports Foundation. They have been adopting players from different parts of the country, the northeastern side region, the Chhattisgarh regions, and Tamil Nadu, and there are so many areas where these foundations have done really well, and a lot of good players are coming out. So this is not the only solution, like that, as I told you, sponsorship is not the only solution, but it has to go, the journey has to be really mixed. It's like a train track, both has to go together. The players will desire, hunger, discipline, determination, everything falls into place. And the second, the support. Not only athlete can win this. It's a mixture of everything, right? We have Sai. If you see, Thomas Cup result. Once we had this Thomas Cup result, there was a media channel who gave the bridge. Media channel gave the breakup of how this was achieved. From past 7 years, Sai has been funding. It was almost like 5 crores spent on each player, which is almost seven players, seven for the 35 crores. The cost of the medal was 35 crores. Right? So we have been doing well. So there are a lot of different areas. Rural areas, of course, there has to be rural championships. So from there, they have to come up to the district, then they have to come up to a state. They have to get identified, and a lot of government and non-government academies or associations can support it, and then they come up. So it's again a journey. I think that was a wonderful question, Tejaswini. Thank you so much. I hope I've answered. If not, I would wait here to answer you. And money is not the only factor. I think being at the right place at the right time, at the right situation, with the right access, with the right performance of talent, is very, very important. Not only one thing. Lot of things has to come together, but you will have to prepare on that. It's nice to learn from you, sir. Likewise, I learned from you now too. Thank you, sir, for your valuable time and knowledge, proper recognition, reward, and employment to attract youths. Check on institutional corruption. Yes, institutional corruption is something, um, which has to, over the time, which will come down. And as you said, thank you for your valuable time and knowledge and proper recognition. See, this is something we all should do, right? As a player, how will we give back? What kind of society we want in future? Today, I am the product of the generation of people behind, behind the time, like Vimal Kumar were my coach, and there were other coaches, KV Shanoy, and all these people have given us the values, given us the strength, given us the discipline. All these things they have given us. So same way we want our next generation to all get these things and come up with better solutions, because we will live in that society who are who the youth and youngsters of today will be driving that society. So it's important to know what kind of society we want to live in. That's where we have to build. So I feel that this is one platform and a window for all of us to come together and talk about things like this, so that we learn from each other. Like one of the gentlemen here said that, what is the difference between 300, 500? I knew that, I knew there was a small difference, but when I went and researched on the website, my knowledge was even more stronger, so I got to learn even more better, right? So this is what has, our attitude should be, I think so. So that we drop our ego and we are always ready to learn. This is how I am. Always be a student to learn. um, Employment, proper recognition, reward, and employment to attract youths. Absolutely, no. This is something I was talking about to one of the gentlemen recently in a tournament, in an All India tournament, that I really want to, build something called player economy, where player earns something out of his matches, something out of his effort, maybe online or something. He can come up and build an proper player economy system, which is there, controlled by the community or controlled by the people, the whole players itself, and they get the reward and recognition rightly from the government and from the public. So that is something I'm very interested to build and contribute to. If not build, then contribute to, if someone is doing. And always I welcome such kind of ideas, Tejaswini, and support from you guys, so that we are always looking forward to do better to our players and the next generation. It is not about my selfish thing, but it is about our building our community. So, having said that, thank you for your valuable time, all of you, for being here. Let's wait for tonight's. I think very little time to see our Indian players beat Singapore and reach the finals of the mixed event. Let's go and watch. Thank you for again Monday Nights with Mohit Kamath, episode number 33. And let me see you on the episode number 34 with maybe good news from the mixed event. Say you take care. Bye bye. Thank you, Yuvraj.